Hi, it's Julie, and I just wanted to go over the Trilogy home vent that we will start seeing some of our PICU patients come in on. So a couple of important buttons to know. The on and off switch is on the bottom right. Alarm silence is the top right. These are our navigational tools, the up arrow and the down arrow. And these two buttons on the right and left of our navigational tools are prompts that we will see once we get the vent up and running. So let's go ahead and turn that on. Okay, so when we're looking, if we want to look at the menu, you can see menu is here with the up arrow, which means in order to get into the menu, we would hit the up arrow. And we can scroll through, and let's take a look at our settings. All we see is the rise time and nebulizer enabled. So we ran into this problem earlier when the patient came in, and that is because our ventilator is locked. Otherwise, it should prompt you to settings and alarm settings. So what we can do is when we hit the down arrow and the alarm silence at the same time, you'll hear it beep twice, and that will bring us into, as you can see, settings and alarms. But what we'll do is we'll go down to options. By hitting the down arrow and the alarm silence, it has unlocked the machine. We will go to options in the menu, hit select. Okay, and now you can see modify and finish. So those are the prompts that are going to help guide us through what we need to do. So the menu access, as you can see, is limited. So that is why it was locked and we were unable to see exactly what the settings were to make a change. We could have gone in and looked in the information. It would have told us the settings, but wouldn't have let us make changes. Okay, so to get it out of limited mode, and I talked to Prompt Care, who is one of the home care companies, and they were fine with us unlocking the machine so that we can make changes. So what you'll do is we have highlighted menu access just by scrolling through. Okay, it highlights everything using the up and down arrow. So on menu access, we want to modify that. We hit modified, and it will bring up the selection that we want to change. You can see limited is now highlighted. If we scroll up or down, you will see that we want either full access or limited. So limited is for at home, so that they're not making changes constantly at the bedside. In-house, we want full access, so I'm going to hit OK. Okay. When we're done making changes, we can hit finish and exit. As you can see with the prompts, I'll reset that alarm. So now we have the machine up and running. We are not locked. So we will go to the menu to see where we're at. You can see menu with the up arrow. We will hit that to navigate through. Now we can see settings and alarms. So let's go down to that. It is highlighted just by going up and down, same as we had just done. We want to select that. Okay, dual prescription is if patients are on different modes on daytime and nighttime, which I'm not sure we'll have to do anything with at this time. I will find out that for us. So as far as the mode, so if we wanted to change from pressure control SIMV to say volume control, okay, so we'll go down to mode, hit modify. It says edit using the up and down key. Okay, so we can pick AVAPs, straight up pressure control, timed for AVAPs. We have spontaneous timed AVAPs. We also have spontaneous. We also have CPAP. So say we want straight up SIMV with a volume control, and that is the settings the physicians have chosen. Once we have selected that is the mode we want, we can hit OK. It'll bring us down to the next option, tidal volume. If we want to modify that, we just use the prompt, the button under modify. Hit that, it'll highlight it. We can then go up and down with the up and down key. Say we're going to turn it to 450. We hit OK. It'll bring us down so we can go through, set the rate, set the I time. Do we want a decelerating or square waveform? Probably decelerating, so the ramp. Okay. You can set your PEEP. You can set a pressure support. Right now it's off. If we wanted to put that on, we hit modify. We go up and down. We can set a pressure support. Okay. We can set our flow trigger sensitivity, our expiratory sensitivity. rise time. We don't want to sigh, but you can scroll up and down and you can see. So now we've got a circuit disconnect alarm. That would probably be a good thing to turn on. We can hit modify. 15, 20 seconds depending on the patient would be appropriate. A low inspiratory alarm, a high pressure alarm, apnea delay, that probably would be another good setting to set. You can set low tidal volume, high tidal volume, low minute ventilation, high minute ventilation, and so forth. So whatever we need, we can set, okay, just like you would set on our servo vents. When you're done, you hit modify. It'll ask you again, do you want to activate this mode? Yes. Okay. So now we can exit. We'll reset the alarms. All right, these are all our monitored parameters, but we can just go in and make sure that what we set is actually in there. We'll hit the menu key again. We will go to settings and alarms, okay? Yes, that is exactly what we set, and we can scroll through. So every time you're doing a vent check, you can go to settings and alarms. You can make sure all your settings are correct that you're documenting on. When you're done, hit finish and exit. Okay, so that's where your alarm settings, that's where your vent settings are. These are all your measured parameters, okay? So we can see that, boy, we need a lot of pressure, probably because I've capped the tube to achieve that tidal volume, which we are not achieving. But as you can see, these are our monitored parameters. So you see your tidal volume, what your leak is, what your respiratory rate is. This is showing us what our low pressure is. So that is probably our low PEEP. So we were achieving 4. And our high PIP is, well, it's about 68, okay? You can see 67.5. It'll tell us our I/E ratio. It'll tell us our flow. It'll tell us our, this is of course because we're on volume, our minute ventilation, okay? Our mean airway pressure. So it gives us all the settings pretty much that we're looking for. It's not going to probably give us more advanced settings that we could detect on a servo, but it serves its purpose. So that's pretty much this home ventilator, okay? So I'm going to go back in. I'm going to go back to settings and alarms, and I am going to change the mode back to where we were, okay? So as you can see, this is the initial settings we had. Everything looks the same that I had. I will hit finish. Are we sure we want to reactivate? Yes, okay? So that's pretty much all there really is to this ventilator. Okay, to turn it off, we just press and hold. It's going to ask us power off. Yes. So that's it. Any questions, please let me know, and I will try to catch people in the next few days. We'll formally bring in this vent hopefully in the next week or so, and I'll be able to check everybody off, but I am currently waiting on prompt care to see if they can lend me a vent. Okay? Thank you all, and please let me know if you have any questions. I've attached a PowerPoint with this information also to guide you. Okay, have a good day. Thanks.